Hola. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Feliz sábado. I was on my Facebook group live, but nobody was really joining, so figured I'd hop on YouTube. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Hopefully the quality is good. This thing is not great, but my other microphone, my good microphone, unfortunately, there's like a super hum if I turn it on because of the computer. So yeah, let me know if it sounds all right. If not, I can try to figure something out. But hello, Mid-Century 43. What's up? I'm going to be doing some hand sewing. Like I said, I've got some local cider. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. I've got some cider from a local winery called Quantum Leap. It's called Peddler's Cider. So super good. It's nice and dry. My husband and I went and got steak for dinner, which was nice. We don't hardly ever do that. So we had a nice evening. And yeah, so now I just decided, you know what? I'm going to hop on here, go live, do some hand sewing. I am basically sewing the interlining / interfacing to this jacket. So this one is practically done. I have to fix like right here. See, it's not like lining up there. So I got to kind of unpick a little here. This side's almost practically done. As you can see, there's a pocket. It's a Simplicity 3866, 3688, 3688. Apologies for not having the pattern envelope right handy, but it's that one right there. And this jacket actually is the companion jacket to those linen houndstooth trousers that I made last year. So it will be a suit essentially, unless it's like too overwhelming, too much houndstooth. But hopefully it won't be, and hopefully I can wear them together. But if not, they'll still be two good pieces for my wardrobe. Hopefully, I wear those trousers all the time. Actually, I wore them to dinner today, so it's a good pattern. The fabric is so nice. Maybe cider was a bad idea. I have to like burp now. I promise I'll try not to do that in the microphone. What's everybody up to tonight? You having a chill night? Is it night where you're at? What is up? This jacket, I could not decide if I wanted to actually line it or not. I like went back and forth so many times because I wanted this to be really light and, breathable. I live in Florida, so, I wanted it to be not like just ridiculously hot so that I could actually wear it for more than like 2 weeks out of the year. Not much just hanging out. Yeah, I don't know. I've been really like bummed lately. Just not great, to be honest. But you know what? I published my first YouTube video in a long time today, so that is something to celebrate. I'm excited. It felt so good to hit publish on that thing. And then tomorrow I'm going to be filming just a little fun video. Nothing crazy, nothing sewing even actually. But let's see. Eastern Standard Time and relaxing with Kitty after shrimp and veggie tempura. Yum. Cider sounds yummy too. Sorry about being bummed. Yeah, I'm publishing video. Oh, yes, that sounds delicious. Mm. And, it's okay. Sometimes in life, you're gonna be bummed sometimes. That's part of life. But yes, yay for publishing the video. But yeah, I was saying, so tomorrow I will be filming a little something different just for fun. It's not gonna be some big thing, but I'll let you guys know since you're here right now. But let's see, something like 2 months ago, you didn't have any new video. I know. I know. I've been, I don't know. Been having a lot of stuff going on, like in my personal life. Nothing terrible or anything. Just stuff that's really put me not in a good headspace to make content, because making video content, guys, it takes a lot out of you mentally. It's fun, but it's such a process that just getting in that mode to film and edit, it's a lot. So finally my brain is like recharged, I guess. Enough. It's totally fine, don't worry. Thank you. Yeah, I did feel kind of guilty. It's a balance, it's like if I'm asking people to subscribe to my channel, there's a kind of an understanding that you're going to be getting content at some point, like new content. So good you focus on yourself. Kudos to you. Love and support. Thank you. I mean, it's kind of what you got to do at the end of the day. I feel sad that I haven't been doing a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I don't beat myself up for it, And there's a freaking, excuse my French, fruit fly in my drink. I got it though. Tell you what, man, Florida, darn fruit flies. Anyway, that was lovely. Yeah, so tomorrow I will let you in on the secret. I don't know how many people are even going to be interested in this, but I had to. So I published that video last year, the Maryland hair tutorial video, and that is by far my most popular video. I mean, it makes sense because it's a pretty Googleable thing, Marilyn Monroe hairstyle. And there are so many comments about, you look like Winona Ryder. You look like Winona Ryder. I'm like, okay, thank you. I think, thank you. I mean, she's pretty. So I was like, all right, I have to take advantage of this. So I'm going to be filming a little like last minute Halloween costume for Lydia from Beetlejuice, Lydia Deeds. So I will be getting my best Winona face on. So I must do what those hair Vita more than once. Like what? Hair Vita more than once. Oh, watch the hair videos? Ah, okay. I'm not sure what you mean, but thanks. um yeah, so I will be doing a little Lydia Beetlejuice transformation tomorrow, just for the heck of it. And we'll see how close I can actually get to looking like Winona Ryder. We watch your videos many times. Oh, well, thanks. I mean, I hope you enjoy them. It's funny going back and watching my videos now. Sometimes I just look at the quality and I'm like, oh, how did I miss that thing? Or like there's a few little sound issues in that video, and there was this weird thing happening where I would publish videos like for a while with the music would do this thing where it wouldn't render properly out of Premiere, and like my 30th birthday dress, the 1940s, the pink thing, with the shoulder pads and that one, something happened with the music. And I even re-rendered it, and I was like, okay, I know the music's fine now. I re-rendered it, and I don't know what happened. So technology, man, this is what I'm talking about, how it's like such a mental, like, to really have good quality stuff, kudos to all these professional YouTubers. I know a lot of them have editing teams, and it's no wonder it's a lot of work. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow, I will be successful. Okay, let's see. Have any other hobbies besides sewing? I make cartoons. Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Disney, and UPA are major art influences and got me into the 50s aesthetic. I don't know what UPA is, but that's really cool. Yeah, I loved cartoons growing up. Other hobbies. Yes. You edit things personally. Yep, I sure do. Yeah, all my videos I've edited myself, which I've definitely improved a lot over the years. I like to think. But yeah, I mean, that's a huge learning curve. There's so much to learn, and it's not just video. It's also audio, which is a whole other thing. And yeah, but other hobbies. Yes, I play the ukulele. That is a big one. I started playing it actually probably like March of 2020. I was like, you know what? I've had this ukulele now for years, and I've always wanted to learn how to play it. And I've got time now, so might as well learn how to play it. And actually, there's a few videos where you can hear my ukulele playing, which has also improved a lot, in my opinion. Excuse me, hold on. And I've gotten pretty decent at the ukulele, I think, at this point. But I love playing it. It's just, it makes me so happy. I never thought I would be so into it, but I did play the flute in middle school in band, and I love that. But then I didn't play an instrument in high school, and I kind of just didn't play anything at all until I picked my ukulele back up last year. And then I do play video games. I wish I had more time to play, actually. But I have been, after not playing for like 10 months or something, I've been like on an Animal Crossing kick lately, like the last week or so. So that's fun. And I also play games on PlayStation. What else do I do? How did you start your sewing journey? Good question. So my mom, she knows how to sew. She doesn't really sew anymore, but growing up, she sewed stuff for my brother and sister and I for like Halloween. Over the years, she sewed less and less, but I was always like just intrigued and fascinated by sewing. And like she would always wait until we were in bed to do it, probably because she could like focus and we wouldn't be like getting into something or whatever. So it was always this like mysterious kind of like it just blew my mind that she could sew things, and she was really good too. But yeah, I used to beg her to teach me, and she just, I don't blame her. It was to try to teach a kid how to sew, and you already, you've got 3 kids, and it was a lot. And so I understand how she just like didn't have mental energy to teach me. So it wasn't until I was a senior in high school, I took an elective and just a sewing elective. And so that's how I learned. And, it was the basics really, but I learned how to read a pattern and cut out a pattern and pick the right size. And actually sewed my dress that I wore for graduation, for my high school graduation. And I was so proud of it. And I still have it in my closet. Just for, sentimentality. Um, it makes me so happy that I did that. And yeah, so then I didn't really sew a whole lot after that. Because I went to college and I didn't really have money to sew because, sewing can be expensive, especially when you don't really know what you're doing. And, I had an idea of what I was doing, but like I didn't want to be spending money on fabric and just kind of be like experimenting, I guess. So I kind of like put it on the back burner, but I always wanted to get back to sewing. And also my sewing machine really kind of sucked. So that was another strike against it. So I didn't start sewing again, like really sewing, until 2016. I think I started again, and I wanted to sew. Well, I was sewing a cosplay actually for MegaCon, and it turned out really well actually. But long story short, I decided, you know what? Sorry, the cider. I decided I really wanted just to wear like vintage style clothing like all the time. And I decided I didn't want to have to search for it and find stuff that fit me. And I would rather just sew it. So I decided to get serious about sewing. So I got a new sewing machine, that one, and a serger, and really started to put time into learning more, advanced techniques and really understanding, the logic behind fitting and sewing and full bust adjustments and fitting adjustments in general and tracing my patterns and all that stuff. So, yeah, it was a little long-winded, but I've been sewing a lot ever since. Last year was definitely my most prolific sewing year by far. I think I used it as like a distraction from stuff a lot. And it was a healthy way to cope. So, and my wardrobe was much better for it. But I definitely need to sew more. I'm starting to see a lot of like holes in my wardrobe. So I got to get back to it. Okay, so any other YouTube channels you watch? Personally, a fan of Lacey Faye, Saber Spark, Miss Mon, Alex Myers, and the Odd Ones Out. I hate to say it, I don't watch a lot of like YouTubers, if you will. A lot of the stuff I listen to, I say listen to because it's almost more like podcasty than like actual videos. Like really boring stuff. Like philosophy stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was super into Rachel Maxey's videos for a long time. I still really like her stuff. I don't know what it is. I guess I like to be able to like listen while I'm doing something else. I rarely just like sit and watch a video. But I did discover, shout out to Celinda Nichols, I think her name is. She's got a super cute YouTube channel. I just found her the other day because YouTube recommended her channel because she had this really cute like vintage Halloween decoration video. So if you're into that at all, you should definitely check that out. And let me see if I can find her channel, which I know I probably shouldn't link to other channels when I'm streaming, but oh wow, YouTube picked the greatest thumbnail for this live stream. Oh gosh. Oh, that's terrible. Cool. I like your tiki style. Thank you, Sarah. Um, oh, I love Rachel. Her vids appeal to my dumb sense of humor. Yeah, I feel like I have a pretty similar sense of humor to Rachel, and to the point where I'm like, sometimes like I'm pretty goofy, and sometimes I'll be like, crap, are people gonna think I'm like trying to be a Rachel Maxey or something? I don't think so, but it's crossed my mind, like certain kinds of jokes and things. Like I'm really not trying to be her at all, but we have overlapping senses of humor, I would say. Okay, so Linda Nichols, yeah, that's this YouTube channel. She's a doll. Um, let's see. I'm just gonna post it in the chat. You can go check her out. She's actually, I think, pretty similar video style wise to Rachel Maxey. I see a lot of influence from Rachel, and I think Celinda would probably agree. Oh, she's got a new Halloween video. I need to catch up, but she's the first one in a while that I've actually like watched any videos from like a person. Like a vintagey person. Somebody, let's see, trying to think what other videos, what other channels I watch. Oh, I just discovered, well, I shouldn't say just, I rediscovered this channel called Style Thoughts by Rita. And she is a Swedish gal who is into style, obviously. I said that really weird. Into style. And well, I became familiar with her channel because I don't know if any of you are familiar with the whole Kibbe system. Alley art is like a big YouTube channel you might have seen. Like if you're into style at all, it's probably, her channel has probably been recommended to you. But basically it's like a style system. It's a way to kind of categorize your physicality, your body. It's not a body typing system. So David Kibbe is like the creator of the system, and there's 13 image IDs, they're called, and he wrote this book in the 80s called Metamorphosis. And well, there's like 10 types now, I think, officially, but there were 13 at the time of the book. And so people are like, there's like a cult following kind of just people are super into this whole style system thing, and it's fascinating. I'm one of these people that is like super into it. But there's these groups on Facebook called Strictly Kibbe. So like Strictly Kibbe is like the main one, and then there's all the different types, like subgroups or image IDs, I should say. So like the whole concept is based on like yin and yang, and he is David Kibbe, he's a member, an active participant in the groups, which is really cool because he's kind of this like elusive figure, I guess, for a long time, and then these groups already existed, and then I guess they found each other somehow, and so he became part of these groups. And it's so interesting, all of it. I find it fascinating. I don't know, I'm just like hooked. But it's so interesting to see like the official Kibbe stuff versus YouTubers kinds of interpretations of the different image IDs. And uh, sorry, I just ADD moment. um, okay, so Sarah, have any old movies you like, or just fave movies in general? So actually, it's funny you say that because, aw, that's so sweet. I like your vids because you're so real, seeming, and kind. I appreciate you a lot. I watch for my mental health, and your style is soothing. Sounds funny, but there you have it. You've shared books, etc. too. Yes. Well, thank you. That's very, very sweet, and I appreciate it. Getting a little misty. um, I think it's important to be real. I don't think you have to share every aspect of your life, and you probably shouldn't online. And I definitely don't. But I think what you do share should be real. So I try to keep it real. Back to the movies, real quick. So, as part of the Kibby group I was talking about, there's all of these assignments. So, like, say you want to figure out what your image ID is of these, 10 different ones. Um, Basically, you do all these assignments, they're exercises, and at the end of the process, you go through this like metamorphosis, and then at the end, you kind of settle on an image ID. And uh, again, ADD. I'm sorry. I legit do have ADHD. I'm not really making like a joke of it, but you know, it is what it is. It's funny because I'm like, oh, come hang with me in hand sew, and like I haven't done anything with. I've just been having a good chat with you guys. But okay, real quick. So back to the movies, and I'm going to answer your question, Christine. Um, so there's all these assignments, and one of the first assignments in this whole process is called going to the movies. I'm not going to get into too much detail about the assignments and things because they ask for it to stay in the group. And so if you're interested, please join the group. Strictly Kibby. But basically, there's like all these movie recommendations to watch specifically for the costumes. And it's supposed to kind of be like an example for you to see just what is possible, to wear. Like, you don't have to wear normal clothes all the time. You can wear whatever. So these certain movies are kind of a recommendation to get you to open your mind, I guess. And so my friend Laura and I we've been having some movie nights, which are super fun. And I don't know if anyone else would be interested in doing like a movie night kind of thing, like with a group. But Amazon has this like watch party feature, which I think would be super fun to get a group together and watch stuff with. But anyway, so we watched, I'm trying to think of the first movie we watched together. If it was, we watched The Women from like 1939 or something, I want to say. It was from the 30s. And it was black and white, but the costumes were incredible. And there was a sequence, this like fashion sequence that was in color. And it was like, oh, it was so fun to watch. But yeah, The Women, that was a good one. The story was like, it was okay. But yeah, the costumes were great. And then we watched An Affair to Remember, which like, I had no idea what it was about at all. So I went in blind, and I will just say it's a great movie. So you should watch it. That one's from the 50s, I believe. And Cary Grant, and I forget what the lady's name is, Deborah something, I think. But that was a great movie. I loved it. And then I feel like we might have watched one more, but last night we watched Gigi. Ugh, it was, I'm sorry, it was awful. Oh God, it was, like, I know it's a much different time. I think it was 1958 it came out, or 59, one of the two. And the male lead just was awful. Like, it was just so, oh my god, so much misogyny and like really kind of like creepy. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much, but I do not recommend that movie. And honestly, the costumes were like not my cup of tea. But anyway, okay, so okay, Christine, what would you say to someone motivated to learn how to sew but is totally clueless in sewing? What's the best way to learn? Okay. Hmm. So sewing, I think as long as you have, well, I think to start out with, your mindset is like super, super important more than anything else. Um, and the mindset should be it's okay to mess up sometimes. It's okay to mess up some projects. Just, be open to learning and knowing it's a process and knowing that you're going to start kind of small and you're going to keep building up your experience and your knowledge level. And I kind of always refer to it to people who don't know at all, like it's like a video game. When you start a video game, you like learn the very basic moves, and then as you progress and you level up, you learn harder moves and you can do, you get stronger and you fight bigger bosses and all that stuff. And it's the same with sewing. I mean, I think it's the same with any skill, but especially, something like sewing that is so there's so much to learn. It's endless endless learning opportunities. But I think if you want like a concrete kind of suggestion, I think I would say start with just getting familiar with your machine first and knowing, get comfortable with your machine. Um, and then after that, I would say probably just do, like you don't have to do a whole bunch of little tiny, simple things, but I would say probably start with like one or maybe two, you know, uh, like a pillowcase or a little pouch. A little zippered pouch would be good, I think. A little like box pouch. You don't have to like do that for too long, but I do think just like one or two little simple things is helpful to just kind of get yourself like familiar with the process. But then after that, I would suggest maybe like a circle skirt or a half circle skirt. Um, that way, it's something you can wear, and you can choose a fabric, and it can be a great piece in your wardrobe. But there's not really too much fitting involved. It's just the waist, really. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think just as long as you go into it with an open mind, that's the most important thing. And don't be too like intimidated. Like I kind of just started sewing. One of the first projects that I sewed in college, like after I hadn't sewn in a long time, was a vintage Vogue pattern that had like boning in it. I I just kind of went step by step, and I Googled stuff if I didn't know what it was. um, so I think kind of being a little fearless, is a good thing. Not knowing like don't be intimidated if something says like advanced or something. Just take it step by step. And then if you get frustrated, put it away. Like put it down for a minute. Oh, here's one more piece of advice and I'll move on. Don't start and stop a whole bunch of projects before you finish. I would say try really hard to finish the project before you go on to the next one. Because having a whole bunch of unfinished projects really sucks. That pile over there, that's a whole bunch of unfinished projects. But especially for a beginner, if you only do like the fun part, or if you just kind of get frustrated and then try to kind of start over with a different project, you don't get that like sense of completion and like that satisfaction from when you finish a project. And even if you finish it and you don't love it, at least it's, it's like done. It's like a nice, okay, that chapter is done. So moving on to the next thing. And that would also go with like knitting projects, any kind of like creative projects. I would suggest not starting a new one until you're done with the first one. Okay, let's see. Annie says, I'm hand sewing the hem on my 1940s wrap top, so this is perfect timing. Ooh, nice. Things with long seams are great, easier projects. Yes, I just did a wrap skirt. It was easy and super cute. Annie, what 1940s wrap top are you doing? I'm curious. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to sew after this. I want to finish this jacket because I can't remember if I said it on here or on the Facebook Live. So I was like live briefly on Facebook. Advanced 7701. I'm going to Google that. Yeah, I think I don't know if anybody's familiar with Dapper Day, but I think I want to potentially wear this jacket for Dapper Day if I can finish it by then, which is November like 21st and 22nd, I think, in Disney World. So I don't know. I want to be like, I want to just be full on dapper, I don't want to be cute. I want to be pretty, but I want to be like, ooh, that's a nice, like, that's a sharp, dapper outfit. That's what I'm going to be going for this year. I hope that the weather is going to be nice. Oh, let's see. Okay. Do you, Liz and Annie, like to bring projects to chat sessions or other freaking fruit fly? Other social activities like knitters tend to. Sometimes I'll bring, like, if I'm going on a plane ride or something, I will bring stuff if I have to hand sew it. I'm trying to think if I've definitely done some hand sewing and chats too, but it's not something I personally do on the reg, and I don't really know a whole lot of people that sew in person. Most of my sewing friends are online, sadly. But I totally would if I knew more people who sewed. Okay, so I'm going to Google. I want to see this pattern. So today I did buy some closet core patterns. They're doing their Thanksgiver sale. I think today is like the last day. Oh yeah, this pattern is super cute. This little wrap top. That's adorable. I don't know if this is the same one, Annie, that you. Oh, I don't know if that link. Okay, that link did work. So that's from Etsy. That's so cute. Oh, I would totally wear that. See, Annie says it depends. I sew, embroider, knit, and crochet. I bring crafts to movie nights and in the car. I'm working on thread painting some quilt squares. Ooh, that I'll bring with me on vacation in a couple weeks. That's a lot. I do all that too, except I don't really embroider either. Or not either. I don't really embroider. I find it boring. But maybe I could, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll get into it. I admire it, but yeah. Oh, so I really want to finish this knitting project I'm working on. It's like the bottom part of the bodice is done and like most of one sleeve. It is Fable knitwear, the sulfide jacket. And it is just, oh my gosh, taking a long time. Well, I'll just send the Ravelry link, but okay. I gotta finish. I want to finish that because I want to be able to wear it. It's still pretty hot here, but it'll get cooler soon too. Oh my gosh, Odalise. Oh, hi. I miss you. How are you doing? Sarah, favorite thing you've ever made? Hmm. Good question. Oh, I don't know. I have a few. I do think I was talking about it earlier. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it, but when I sewed my high school graduation dress, and that was just so like I was so proud. Little 18-year-old Liz was so proud of herself for sewing that. Gosh. I think the dress that I sewed for myself for my 30th birthday last year was pretty. It was one of my favorites too. That one. Let's see. I got a YouTube video about it. I call it tropical something or other. I don't know. It's like that kind of like pinkish long. Here it is. Okay. I just want to share it. Well, that's probably one of my favorites too. It's just so pretty. I don't know. It's so like extravagant, bordering on ridiculous. And I also really liked my Western suit I made last year. I had a suit ensemble with those big sleeves, and I can't wait to start wearing that again once it gets cooler. I don't know if how the trousers are fitting these days. I've kind of fluctuated with weight a little bit from when I made it, so I'll have to try them on again. Yeah, those kind of are jumping to my mind, but there's a lot of projects that like they have like a special place in my heart. How can I choose just one? I think for knitting, I think probably the first thing I ever knit, which was also a Fable Knitwear project, the Forest Berry jacket. I really like her designs. They're so pretty, very like whimsical. Except the one problem is I knit it in cotton yarn, so it kind of likes to stretch out a little bit. But I just wash it and I put it in the dryer, and it just shrinks right back up to shape. So, but yeah, she's got so many good patterns. Oh, and I also really love oh gosh, Poison Girls. Amy. She's got some really great patterns, and she just came out with one that looks super cute. I didn't buy it yet because she does do sales, so I was gonna wait on that one. But oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. So Closet Core was having their sale, their annual sale, 20% off. So it's like, all right, I got some stuff. So I got this flight suit, like jumpsuit kind of pattern. Where is it? Because it really reminded me a lot of this is like a really random, very like specific thing. But Marilyn Monroe went to Korea during the Korean War, to entertain the troops, and they put her in this little like flight suit, I guess, or some sort of jumpsuit, and she looks so cute. And then I'm like, I need to make one of those for myself at some point. So I went ahead and got that. And then I also got, because I have almost no like loungewear that's like cute, I got this super cute sweatshirt pattern because it's got this like interesting crisscross like hood kind of detail, feature, whatever. I'm just putting so many links in the chat. I really loved that crisscross sweatshirt. So I'll make that at some point. I don't know when, but I would love to make that with like some French terry, with like the little loops. I love that stuff. And then I also got the joggers, the matching little sweatpants joggers. They also have like a shorts version. So I got those 3 patterns today. I liked the knit sweater you made in 2020 in the lemon play suit. Yeah, the little orange sweater. I almost wore that the other day, but it was just something. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, if it's like hormonal, but sometimes my skin is just like extra sensitive. And I put it on and I was just like, oh, like it just was a little itchy or something. But then other days I would wear it and it was totally fine. So I think also it's not quite cool enough to wear that yet, but hopefully soon. And the lemon play suit is so darn cute, but I have not worn it because it's too short in like the torso. I have since discovered, actually, like right around the time when I made that thing, that and I can't remember if I mentioned that in the video or not. I think I might have figured it out like right after I published that video. But basically, I have a I don't know how to describe it. Like my hip, my pelvis, my crotch kind of like comes down lower than most things are drafted for. And I don't have short legs, but it's like a V almost. So, yeah, stuff like a lot of times isn't long enough. Like one-piece bathing suits always are like I have to like hike them up, and like give myself a wedgie. But yeah, I figured that one out and I was like, oh, okay, makes sense now why nothing fits me, because I'm not tall. I'm 5'5", and stuff wouldn't fit me like in the torso. But at the same time, I didn't have short legs, so it was always confusing. Like, what is going on here? That's what was going on. Which basically means I'm gonna have to. I think what I'm gonna have to do for that is add in a waistband. I don't think it'll be too difficult. I'll probably just unpick the zipper and then unpick the waist seam and then add, the waistband in. I'm long torso and chihuahua legs. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, people's bodies are so different. There's so much variety. It's just fascinating, which I think is partly why I'm like so into that Kibi style system thing. It's so interesting to see just the variation of people's bodies and coloring. So he's also got it's called 4 Season Freedom. Yeah, I said that right. But like the whole like, oh, I'm a summer, I'm a spring, I'm a winter. That whole thing was like super popular in like the 80s. And it's funny because when I was a teenager, my mom talked about that or something. I heard about, the whole seasonal color thing. And I was just like, oh, and I was so interested. I went to the library and I checked out a book on it. And it was just so interesting. And yeah, and so I hadn't really thought a whole lot about it until I think like, I don't know, last year. Like, you see on Pinterest sometimes like just different random like style analyses kinds of things, and I was like convinced like, okay, I think I might be a winter, which is hilarious now. Because I've done these exercises for the kiddie group and stuff, and I'm like pretty sure I'm an autumn. Uh, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's interesting. I was talking with my friend Laura, who's also into that, the four system freedom, four season freedom, whatever. Uh, we were talking about that yesterday too, and just talking about how, obviously nobody is telling me I can't wear black anymore or any of that. Like, I can still wear black. I still do wear black, but once you see colors that like really look great on you, you don't really want to go back to colors that like don't, they look all right. Like I don't think I look bad in black, but I don't know that it really like does a lot for me, so to speak. Let's see, Rad Rose. I literally worked on the Gertie Scout dress, almost done, and realized it's too big. I'm going to have to take it in the darts and side seams. I just seen the skirt, but I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, that's so frustrating when you get done with something and you're like, it doesn't fit. Well, at least it's too big and not too small, because there's only so much you can do if it's too small, It's the silver lining, I suppose. But I do feel for you because I have been there. I have been there. Well, I was supposed to be hand sewing this whole time. And have I? No, I haven't. My needle and thread is right here. I wound it up a little while ago. And I'm like, you know what? It's not happening. It's fine. Just having a nice chat. But tomorrow, I will be back to work on this. I really, really want to finish this, and I need to figure out what the heck is down there. There's like a midnight blue silk shirt I want to finish. I should finish that. I think that's going to be great once I finish it. And then you know what? I need to revisit my capsule plan and see, because I made a couple of pieces, I think, since my capsule planning video. But since I've been doing this color analysis thing, I think I want to kind of shift a little bit. And I got to make sure everything, I still want to sew everything the same way. And the other thing too is like, there's just certain things like I really need some more like blouses for work and more shirts. I've got that one 1940s like white button down that I wear all the time, and I really would love some more just simple shirts, and I could really use another pair of trousers, and I've got plenty of fabric, so I just need to kind of take a day and like get my crap together and figure out where I'm going from here, because I do finally have the will to sew. I also have to clean up. Like, this place is a wreck, and when it's so messy, ugh, it really just drags me down, So I think, maybe one of these days I'll do a live clean stream, and oh, that might be a bad idea though. I feel like that'd be super distracting. But anyway, I feel the word clothes problem. I need to make myself a suit that fits really well. Yes, yes. I have a few suit patterns, and if this jacket, like, I definitely want to finish this jacket, but if this jacket doesn't end up working out for Dapper Day, I think I want to sew a suit, like another suit. And okay, so I'm gonna go on my Pinterest. Oops, Pinterest. Oh, and you know what? Okay, so this would probably be a good live stream. I have a number of patterns I need to add to my Pinterest boards. Because I don't know if you guys have all seen my Pinterest board video. No pressure, but I'm like super happy with all of that kind of pattern categorize how do I say that word? Categorization? Is that a word? You know what I mean? Like the organizing system that I don't know that I came up with it, but I'm loving it because it's so easy to just, okay, I'm going to add my Pinterest in here. So I wish there was a way I could like organize this a little bit better. Categorization. Okay, yep, that's right. Yes, thank you. Had a moment there. Okay, so if you scroll down to the P's, I've got a lot of Pinterest boards. I could probably clean some of this up. If you scroll down to the P's section, patterns, so it's like patterns dash this, patterns dash that, okay, A to Z, here we go. I went and pinned like each pattern I have to, so like I've got a patterns, blouses, shirts, and tops. And then I've got like patterns dash suits, patterns dash skirts, and for the patterns that have like, a top and a skirt, I pinned it twice so that if I'm looking in the skirt section, I see all the skirts and vice versa with tops. And I love it because I have definitely referenced quite a number of times, like, do I already have that pattern? Or, oh, I really want to sew whatever. Like, do I have, do I have some suit patterns I like? Or, do I have a 1940s suit or 50s or whatever? And then I can go to my Pinterest board and ta-da, it's all right there. Highly recommend. Yeah, so I need to maybe next weekend. Oh, next weekend might be kind of hard because my family is going to be in town. But one of these days I need to have a little sesh with pinning all the new patterns that I've accumulated over the last year into these boards because I've been kind of lazy with that. I've kind of been on eBay a little more than I should, if I'm honest. But you know what? At least I haven't bought any fabric. I told myself I wasn't going to buy fabric, and the only fabric I've bought this year has been just like plain cotton, for like interfacing or whatever. So I'm proud of myself because last year I was going to, do a no buy fabric, and then I got to maybe like July, I think, and I bought some. And after that, it was like not a free for all, but I ended up buying more. So, yeah. So I guess patterns was my poison this year. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go because I have been streaming for like an hour. But it was lovely to chat with you all, and I really enjoyed it. So thanks for coming and hang out with me. And we need to do it again soon. And I'll put in my community tab. No, I'm sorry. I gotta go. I've been doing this for like an hour. But I'll be back. I'll be back. I need to make this like a regular thing. I need to get on a schedule, but schedules are hard for me. It's a struggle. But I'll let you guys know when I'm going to do this again and give a little more heads up, since this was kind of a spur of the moment sort of thing. Cheers from Ottawa, Kathy. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.